one true Batman is the Batman you were first introduced to when you were 8 or 12 or 16 or whatever, be it a comic book, a cartoon, a movie, whatever. That becomes your personal true Batman. But it still leaves room for every other iteration, from Batman meets Scooby-Doo in the cartoons, to the Lego Batman, to the Pow Zap Wham Adam West Batman, to the Tim Burton, to the Chris Nolan, to the Matt Reeves Batmans. It is a lush world for those of us who are comic book superhero fans.
I had heard about the picture, and I was unavailable for it because I was cutting Carrie at the time. And right. George, the principal photography on the film was taking place while we were in post-production on Carrie. A mutual friend of ours visited there, and they had given him a book of stills from the production, and I had dinner at their house, and he showed me this book of stills, and there were shots of 3PO and R2 and the Wookiee and stormtroopers and the Sandcrawler, and these images were, seeing them for the first time like that, it was just so powerful.
We were on Cold Case, and we were on Criminal Minds, and we were on Supernatural. You're doing 22 to 24 episodes a year.
Yeah.
And you're just sitting every day in a room. I'm like, so anytime I do a show, I'm like, give me a couple of procedure writers, because I know they could bang the boards and sit there all day long and break story. And after a while, it becomes like Beautiful Mind. Like, you just sit there and you could look at a break and know it's exactly what's wrong with it and how to fix it.
You have to find your audience. And I have found a new appreciation for finding an audience and trying to activate that with documentary. But we were doing very similar things. We just weren't calling them impact campaigns with my early, low budget films, where you're trying to find who's the Western audience? Who's this,
Sure.
Trying to find those audiences.
I'm not afraid of changing course. If I'm heading one way and decide, okay, I've done enough of that. I want to try something else, because I think we have a certain amount of time and I want to try many things. And so I love to live fully. So when and which means, feel a lot. And this is what I try to bring in my writing. My goal is, when people read my stuff, is that they can feel.
In story, again, whether it's comedy or drama or horror, it is the recognition of yourself, of humanity, of your story. And you could be there, and you could identify with the character or the person telling the story.